Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. How is everyone doing? How has everyone's past 6 months in their planners going? I wanted to sit down with you guys today and share kind of the changes that I've had over the past 6 months since I started. If you're very familiar, my starting lineup for 2023 was this Hopenichi Weeks as my memory keeping journal, this Hopenichi Weeks as my planner, this Hopenichi Hon as my daily pages kind of journaling, timekeeping space, and this here was my cafe journal, which I started last year, and I carried on to this year, and then this is the newer, like the replacement for it, since I finished that a few months ago actually. So I have made small changes in each of these like notebooks and planners, and I just wanted to share with you guys some of the small changes, and not that they're like anything super different, because again these have still maintained their original function, but I just thought maybe I'd flip through a little bit and share with you small changes that I've made, and just small changes I've made as well to keep it exciting, or to keep my creativity flowing, I guess. I don't know. So if you want to hear me talk about it and see a little bit of an update, I guess, on how my pages are looking, please keep watching. Thank you guys. Okay, so first, I'm not sure which everyone is most interested in, but since these two here, these I think have the biggest change, I guess, mainly because I had finished this cafe journal. If you don't know, a cafe journal is it's very common here to bring a journal to a cafe, and you can journal and you can draw, and different things, like just decorate your journal, maybe like work, take notes, write down thoughts and things like that. And for me, I enjoy like sitting in cafes a lot in my free time with my partner. So this is the journal I brought since I started this in November of last year, and I finished it in May. So yeah, this is the journal, and then to replace it I got this Traveler's Factory Passport Olive with like the insert that came in it. It is a plain notebook in the passport size, so it looks like this. And yeah, I don't know what else to show here but I've really maintained what I usually do for it. I usually write what I drink, what like the atmosphere is like, what I'm eating, and then maybe I'll journal a little bit about how I'm feeling. I'll write what I'm listening to, maybe I'll even sketch. I sketched this and I was really happy with it. This is how I've always done it, and I haven't changed so much, except I think the biggest change for me, since this video is about change and I forgot that already, is that I am now writing a bit more than I used to, actually. Like this, I now feel, I don't know why, maybe it's this traveler's notebook feel of it, but I don't know, I feel like I'm writing a lot more than what I used to, like more journaling focused. This one was just more like I have a set thing to do when I sit down. I write what I eat, what I'm eating, what I'm drinking, my mood, and the weather and all this other stuff. But now I sit down and I have my journal out here like this, and I like try to contemplate more, I guess. I don't know, just be more mindful and just write more, I guess. There's more writing in here for sure, and I am already halfway through this notebook. I have never used a traveler's notebook insert, so I was a bit unsure. I'm like surprised, I guess, how quickly one goes through these inserts, because this one lasted me was it 6 months, 7 months almost, and this one is 1 month in, and I'm already like I'm already more than halfway, so I'm afraid that this may not last me so long, so I might go back to this one or just keep having inserts and stuff like that. I put all these stickers on it because I thought, oh, this will last me forever, and then now I just feel like, oh man, it's gonna last me maybe 1 more month, but yeah, I'm not sure. Again, it's just because I'm writing more, and that's a big difference here. I usually have 2 pages here just for journaling, and this one I would just maybe have one side with like what I drank, and then a little bit of decoration and put some stickers and things like that. It's not so like exciting. But yeah, just some notes and things I'm thinking about, to-do lists, you know, if they are on my mind, and yeah, I don't know, little sketches and things like that. So yeah, there's not as much journaling, I guess, as you can tell from here. But yeah, so that's one of the biggest differences in my cafe journaling style. So yeah, I rambled on a little bit, but I will move on. Okay, so next, my planner. So this is my Hobonichi Weeks. It is a 2017, but it is the same date year, and the biggest change for me is actually the notes pages. If you want to see in the beginning, it's the same. I use color coding for my monthly pages, like when I do things and if you travel, highlights and things like that, and I've always maintained it this way, and I'm not sure if I will change it, but at the moment it's still working for me. And I had set it up with this decoration already, so I don't seem so keen to change my like color coding and everything, so like at the moment. And then my planning pages are the same here. I started this year not writing a to-do list on the side here, like here or here, and I started taking notes with things I read and things I wanted to study, but I decided to change that and go back to having a to-do list. I just was reading a little bit less, or a little bit, like I didn't want to take notes here anymore. But besides that, in the back here in the notes pages, if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I have always used these notes pages in my planner as a tracker for my movies and TV shows that I watch and books I've read. And I started out doing it like this style, and I didn't really care for it, so I started doing it this style, and I didn't care for that either. And then I got these like stamps at a bookstore. These are New Year's cards, and I was like coloring it in and I hated it, so I stopped coloring it in, and then I continued just to have it like this. My movies and TV trackers, and it's very different than what I've had previously in previous years, where I don't know, it's just more decorated. I drew like the poster for every TV show and every movie, just similar to like this, like really crappy stick figures and things like that, and I would draw it next to the title, I guess. And I stopped doing that. I don't know, it just, not that I don't enjoy it, but it's just like, I don't know. It just hasn't like been very interesting for me, I guess. I still want to note them and what the show is about, because future me is going to be like, oh, you know, what was that show about? Or I can't believe I watched that movie or that show then, and stuff like that. Like, I cannot believe this was the year that I watched, what is it? The White Lotus. I cannot believe that was this year. I felt so long ago that I watched it. Anyways, so yeah, I'm just keeping it really, really plain and simple for my tracker. And then in the back, usually, I have used up all the pages in the notes pages with putting this kind of movie and TV tracker. And now I have started to include notes, just random notes of things I want to track. So notes for like things I've read. I had a like health tracker here in the back that I started to do, that I moved, like little tournaments and things that I watch, and little lists and calendars, just small things. And usually I wouldn't put the stuff back here, but I decided, since this isn't going to take up as much space as it usually does, I'm gonna start using the notes from the back forward. So hopefully I will have a nice like use of all the pages really nicely, and they just enough pages here in the middle. But yeah, I'm definitely not, you know, this is definitely not taking as much space as it used to. So yeah, I'm just using this back space for just notes and lists and things like that, and a bit more functional space, because I never had this space before, because last year I would have a to-do list here, and then in the back my TV tracker. So anywhere I wanted to take notes would have to be at the bottom of this page. So yeah, it's going pretty well. I think these little I still do like net printing, so maybe you've seen that video that I have on net printing. I still do that, and this is one of the artists I love, and she posted, I think it's a she, or they, I guess they posted, and it's just a really cute character that they draw, and I love it. And I continue to print them out and stick them here, and I set them up for July, so this is July. Okay, so this is my memory keeping journal. When I started this journal, I had the same, I guess, energy as I had last year, where this is kind of like the one I would take, you know, if I had to save certain, not all of my journals, but if I had to pick certain journals that I would keep, these memory keeping journals are the ones I'd keep. There's so much information in it, so much like travel and photos and things like that. But unfortunately for me this year, I haven't done so much traveling and things like that. And I don't want to say that this has not been as loved as it should be, but like I am going through this, but not, I guess, not with the same amount of energy that I've had before, I guess. I'm gonna blur this page out, but it has photos and everything like that, which is very important for me to include, but I just haven't done any traveling or taken any photos that I wanted to include in here. But yeah, and yeah, I don't know, it's just it's, I don't know, if it's not very exciting. Nothing has like changed, but I don't know, I think the biggest change here, I guess, is my enthusiasm for this journal. I still want to keep it, of course, but I think my enthusiasm at the beginning of the year was like, I love this, I'm going to put all these stickers on, I'm going to decorate it so nicely, and this is going to be my very chunky notebook and journal that I'll keep forever. And I don't know why that it's like not like spurring so much creativity in myself. I've been liking the last few pages that I've journaled in here, tried different things, and again, it's just all about being like creative for that week, and if I don't like it, I can always turn it to the next page. But yeah, this is how it's turned out, and this is for this week in July, early July now. But yeah, no, I just yeah, I think there's nothing like visually different, I guess, from previous years. Okay, so lastly is my Hobonichi Hon here. I took off the cover and everything like that just because I wanted to hold it in its like original form, I guess, or how it came, and I absolutely love this book. This one and my cafe journal have been more of a creative space for me, I think. Like in my cafe journal, I can put as many stickers as I want, I can decorate how I want, and same for this one as well. When I started this Hobonichi Hon, I told myself I will only write in pen, and I will stick certain like B-side label stickers, so like stuff like this. I will draw, I'll sketch, I'll put to-do lists, everything like that, but my main function was to write what I did at that certain time of the day. So what time I wake up, what time I sleep, and what time I eat my meals, and whatever I do between. Again, it's not very interesting, I guess, if you're not wanting to document these types of things, but for me, it has to do with productivity and holding myself accountable for what I do during the day. And so yeah, I have maintained that even till today, even till 6 months in. But one thing I did change is I started to decorate it. I mentioned previously that I followed this YouTuber who decorates her journals like very elaborately, very beautifully, and I'm so inspired that I started to do that. And since then, I have continued that by decorating my journal, like so, small things as well, but and still maintaining this time. So like this matches with the time, with this like time here. So, you know, I've just been like this type of space. I'm using this type of space creatively, and I'm just really enjoying it. At first I was hesitant to start adding stickers because I don't want to bulk it up, but I have put stickers on nearly every page since, what is it, May or June? No, April, I have started this, and it hasn't gotten that much thicker, which makes me really happy because I want to stick this in the sleeve that it came in when I bought it. So I'm happy that it hasn't been very chunky. And so I was hoping I wouldn't regret sticking all these stickers in, and I don't, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm still allowed to journal a little bit if I want to, and then I again fill in my days, and then yeah, put some stickers on, and it's just a really fun space for me. And yeah, that was a big change for me actually, to make this small addition, I guess, to my Hobonichi Hon. Okay, so thank you guys. This is everything, and I hope you guys enjoyed listening to me chat about it. I think it's good to maybe notice the small changes that we do in our planning systems throughout the year. I'm really happy that I find my system very flexible for myself. Like this one, I changed it from being more functional to something more creative, but without losing any functionality. And this memory keeping one, you know, for me, it was always a creative space, and I enjoy in the Hobonichi weeks that if one week doesn't turn out as well as I want, like visually, I guess, decoratively, if that's a word, I can always turn the page and start again. If I go places, you know, and I want to add photos and everything, this one is the one that I can bulk up. I can put as many stickers and photos and everything here when I travel. I just haven't done that so much this year. But I know it's still, there's space for it, and I'm always happy to have it. My planner, again, super functional for myself, but not limited in the spacing of the Hobonichi weeks. I changed my notes pages from more of a TV and movie tracker to a notes pages, more functional, maybe health tracking, notes, ideas, planning, and things like that in the back. So I'm not limited by the space in the Hobonichi weeks. It's just for me really flexible, and I recognize for myself that these systems can always go back as well. Like I can make this one super functional, not put any stickers in it, and it will still like be a part of my system that I enjoy using. And then my memory keeping, you know, if I start traveling more, there's always room in the back to add more photos, add more decoration. And then for this one, you know, if I want to change it back to just tracker, I can just stop taking notes in the back for things and keep going, and I'll have, you know, plenty more space for the rest of the year. So yeah, this is my last 6 months in my planners, and I hope you got a good grasp of how I use my system. It's not a very time-consuming system for myself, at least. I enjoy it very much, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed listening, and thank you guys so much for staying to the end if you've made it this far. I'd love to hear if you've made any small changes, because I feel like a lot of people are thinking about for next year, and a lot of people are making changes already to their lineups for next year. But for me, I'm thinking about it for sure, but you know, I'm also recognizing that, you know, my system is going through a change as well. Even if it's small, it's not like drastic by any means, but just small changes. And I hope my planning system for next year will accommodate for similar life changes as well. So I hope you enjoyed listening, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again. Bye.